Hello. This is Murphy Daly coming to you from Los Angeles, and you are joining us for the AV Life.
Hi, it's James here in the cold, snowy New Jersey, and you are listening and watching the AV Life.
Hey, this is Joe Way. You are watching, listening, tweeting your favorite moments of the AV Life.
And I'm your host, Tim Van Wert, holding down the East Coast here with James. And I'm also taking off my sweatshirt if you're not aware of this, and that's why I'm holding out.
Oh, boy.
And you are watching and listening to the AV Life. All of a sudden, it got hot in my basement, so I'm sorry for that. It must be.
Did I tell you that right before the recording, I just got off the boat, a little trip around the lake on the boat with the wife, little cocktail.
Well, that's what
Was it
Murphy
a
was
few hours
saying.
ago?
It's unseasonably warm out there for you guys.
West Coast is the best coast. That's all we can say.
I was thinking you were trying to show off your R.
Oh, my block. Yeah, the block R, the Rutgers block R. Oh, AV Fitness.
goodness.
I got
Oh,
AV Fitness.
I should have that.
Yeah, I should get. I got to get on that. I got to get on that swag and start wearing some of that that apparel, as it were. Actually, Joe, what we need is I need AV Life stuff. I got to talk to Lex about that, and we gotta get some AV Life apparel out there for people to support. So, well, things
I
to
agree.
come.
I agree.
Yes, things to come before I get too off track. It's too early for that. But welcome back. Happy New Year, everybody. It is now 2022. And you know what? We haven't said it in a while, but this is not 2020 extended anymore. This is now, I'm calling it, we are officially in 2022. There's no going back. We are keep moving forward. Like in what is that? Meet the Robinsons, the Disney movie. Keep moving forward, and that's what we're gonna do. We're moving forward into 2022.
And Finding Nemo, just keep swimming.
Oh, just keep swimming. Yes, we're gonna keep swimming. I'm sure my brain is a lot like Dory
yeah.
sometimes too. So it's like, wait, what are we talking about? It's like, so yeah, we all hope that you had a very safe and healthy New Year and holiday season. I took the time to rest a bit, which was very much needed. And now that we're in those 2 weeks right before semester starts here at Rutgers, and we're now going crazy getting installs ready and trying to figure out what the spring semester is going to look like. So that's going to be fun. Joe, James, Murphy, anybody want to, how was your all holidays and New Year?
Pretty well. I mean,
Good.
Kids got what they needed, and we're back in school. Our Stockton hasn't started yet, and as far as I know, we're going to be in person. But again, that could change daily.
Yeah. Murphy?
Well, because this is the A in AV, my daughter, who's been a diligent little violin practitioner, practicing, she went and did a Christmas concert at a local church, and there were like all the instruments, not just the strings that she has at her junior high, and she got to actually play her violin backed by bagpipes. So this is
Nice.
This is the world. Yeah. The guy was standing behind her, so she wasn't seeing the magnificence of, I personally enjoy the drama of bagpipes, but she could definitely hear him, and she did a great job. And I'm like, yeah, if you're going to be a musician, pretty much you got to be ready. Christmas, boom. You're called to serve. So she did her part wearing a Santa hat. And it was wonderful to watch her and enjoy the theater of a full ensemble and get in the Christmas spirit. So that was wonderful. And New Year's was
Cool.
great.
Very cool. And Joe Way.
Mine was low key. I had big plans. I had ideas of things I wanted to get done, and I got none of it done. So, so there you go. That's, it was much needed. Had my team over, my direct reports over for a little holiday party, and that was nice. Get to see people. Got to see Lex for the first time in person since she moved to Louisiana. So that was nice to actually have one of my team members, present for something. So that was good.
Very cool. Yeah, I was gonna say that must have been what, so like 3 months, like since October. Was Infocom the last time you saw her?
At Infocom, yeah. And that wasn't even
Wow.
that was kind of like, that's like a vacation, right? That's not like it was weird to see her back in LA,
Oh, I get you. Oh, okay.
So
Back on campus in L, like, yeah, back. I get what you mean. All right. Yeah. See, I don't have that problem. Everyone's here in Jersey, so I got two guys that are in Pennsylvania, and they got that special exemption to be in Pennsylvania. So that's how it works out here. But well, I'm glad you guys all had a good. Yeah, my honey-do list did not really get done either, Joe. So I had these big plans to like fix things, and they didn't get done. So
that's the problem. My honey-dos did get done. It was all the
Oh.
stuff I wanted to do for like hire at AV and
that's the other do list. I
article
get
I wanted to get written, and I'm working on a research paper for a major academic journal. How about that for a team?
Ooh,
I know. I got the abstract approved, so that's going to be huge.
cool.
I wanted to get that done, didn't get it done. So a lot of things that I had planned more for, I'll call it my own professional development,
I get you.
but I did get everything else around the house done, and there was a lot of
Ah.
stuff that was hanging out and just wanting to do, and I spent time doing that. So that I guess that was good. But anytime you can pull out the power tools is a good thing.
That's true. Yeah, I did get some new ones for Christmas. So I'm looking forward to breaking those open to fix some things. So all right. Hey Murphy, how's that PM minute looking for now? we had
Wow.
I say we had a little bit of a break, because we did firing range, and it was good to see your little meme of Princess Leia with the pew pew out there. That was I love seeing that one.
That, yes. All right. When I'm working on getting everybody together in a project, there are a lot of different priorities, Everybody has their individual things that are matter to them, and then there's the external priorities from the team. And so today it occurred to me, in the chaos of all the different things that were happening in a particular meeting that I had today, eyes on the prize.
Mm-hmm.
And all the things that were going on. Well, lots of other people were talking. They wanted them to talk. I wanted them to work through whatever they had to say. But I made little notes like, before this meeting ends, I have to have 2 things. That's it. And I had to keep my eyes on the prize. There were so many things happening, but that's great. Let it all come in, get it in there, let everybody marinate in whatever they got to talk about, get it off your chest. But in the end, keep your eye on what it is we got to do to keep it forward, keep it moving forward.
There it is again. And it's funny because then whenever I hear about like staying like focused on the eyes on the prize, my brain, because it's Star Wars related, goes to the stay on target
Oh,
from
very
New
good.
Hope. Yeah. And well, because like same thing, all around them is like the TIE fighters, the other X-Wings, and the other rebel fighter pilots. They're all out there doing things. And what he needs to do is stay on target and to blow up the Death Star. So all these other things are going, but that's what you got to do. You got to stay. So yeah, stay on target. And grandma got ran over by a reindeer. All right, Joe Way.
Yeah, that's.
So is the reindeer staying on target? Is that what we're?
Well, I just felt like we hadn't killed grandma in a while.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Making my return to the show.
Okay.
I haven't played with, you realize the only time I play with backgrounds is when I come on the show.
Well, I'm glad to provide some of that sort of entertainment for you, Joe, in that respect.
Ever since I did my new office where I have all this lighting, like the normal lighting, I've just stopped doing
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
having fun with backgrounds.
Yeah, I think I have to find a place in my office that I can, or like a place in my house where I can just do that, where I don't always have to be on a virtual background because there's just always things going on behind me. So, things like James would be concerned about for security purposes. I don't want to give away too much about me. So, yes, Murphy, that's perfect. I think, especially I think lately, personally, I've found it harder to stay on target on things and to stay, eyes on the prize with everything, between COVID things and which then impacts everything else. And then, there's a lot more happening around me that staying focused on those goals is
Maybe
difficult.
yours is even better. What did you stay on target?
Stay on target.
Stay on target. May the force
Yeah.
be with you.
Use the force,
Draw
Luke.
the force into you and keep on target. Didn't he
Yeah.
have to go like in that like
The
that,
trench.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The
That's a
trench of the
lot.
Death Star. Yep.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes. On target. And he did it. And he was a
Yes.
hero. Be the Skywalker.
Be the
Be the Skywalker.
all the meanwhile, and you know what? Here we're going to continue the analogy here. Darth Vader and his TIE fighter behind you is the deadline, and the client coming after you to finish the project.
And you know what? You can't even be distracted by that because that wasn't even his focus. He wasn't trying to kill he was like, I got my thing, like all these other things that said,
Mhm.
you have to pay attention to this. And you do. But he had his like, no, I gotta get the thing.
Yep.
Stay on target. Stay on target. Yes.
So there you go.
Skywalker.
See, everything in life relates back to Star Wars in some way, I'm sure.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes. I can get behind
it.
that.
Yeah, where's this 4 months from now when I can have like a May the 4th episode, and just full Star Wars episode.
There will be a rich supply. We will not run out. We will not run out.
I was gonna say we will start gathering topics and ideas right now for 4 months from now when we have our Star Wars episode. So I have a friend of mine who actually she did her master's thesis on Star Wars. So, and like the mythology behind it. So like how it relates with different mythological figures and things like that. Like I never read it, which I probably should have.
Into it, yeah.
Yeah. So maybe I'll see if I can invite her on for that episode.
Yeah, I think that University of Santa Cruz has a major in Star Warsology.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
That's an inside joke. Santa Cruz doesn't. You can make your own major.
Oh, so it's like accepted. Okay, I get you.
Last I heard, I got accepted there once, but didn't even go.
You do realize which campus actually has the George Lucas building, right?
Well, let me guess, Joe Way, is that your USC
Just saying. We have his name on a building. And he happens to be an alum.
And of course, it's alum, yes.
Well,
speaking of George Lucas, I watched Willow last night. I have not watched that movie in so long. It's not as good as I remember it.
I was gonna say I remember being charmed by it.
So Val Kilmer is okay, and Warwick Davis he's always at that character. Like that is just he does great as those. I don't mean it like this, smaller roles, but he's a major character. But anyway, I'm gonna get myself in trouble if I keep saying that. But
he's a method actor.
Thank you. Yes, perfect. Thank you, James. But like some of the writing was kind of lackluster, and the effects were good for 1988. So, but still, you kind of look back and go, ooh. And there are so many parallels to like Indiana Jones and to like other movies like that. And I was like, all right, well, it just hasn't aged well, I think is what the problem is. So,
You
and this
realize
was
in Hollywood here,
mhm.
like method actor is code for you get a lot of jobs, but nobody knows who you are.
Wow. Well, I guess Kilmer did okay.
He did, but
He did all right. Yeah,
In fact,
he
we're still talking
survived.
about his catalog from 30 years ago.
True.
Hmm.
I mean, between Top Gun and then to that, and then the rest of his career, like that was definitely, yeah, he did all right. I think.
Wasn't he in Top Secret?
Top Secret.
I think I'm gonna have to look that up.
I don't know
not
his
a
whole. I
historian.
don't know his whole filmography. So I.
Well, that was a fun movie. It was like a spoofing of spy stuff.
Oh, I don't know.
I think you might like it even better than oh, it's from '84, but I don't know if he was in it. Yeah, there he is. I think you might
All
like it
right.
better than Willow if you want to go on a Val Kilmer. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So top
An
spy.
American rock and roll singer becomes involved in a resistance plot to rescue a scientist imprisoned in East Germany.
Oh,
And it was I thought it was funny. So, it's been a while since I watched it too, but it was.
I
and
will
it
have
was
to put that on.
a young Kilmer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, he was still very young in Top Gun and in Willow as well. Although and then Batman later on, way later on, but yeah. And he survived for his career, survived that too. So let's just talk about that. He managed to survive being a C- Batman. So
Wow.
I
Wow.
yeah, he's not my favorite out of the Batmans, but so I can't give him an A or a B.
I'm gonna agree with you on that. I mean, you're probably right, but being Batman at all, I think is a big deal.
he does
Well,
have a lot of
that's
stuff. I gotta say, I'm looking at his IMDb, and he has a lot of stuff.
yeah. And all when I was thinking about what this episode was going to be, it was not going to be discussing Val Kilmer's filmography,
Well,
but
that was a rabbit
I'm
hole.
okay.
Hey,
I'm
wait,
okay.
what were we just talking about? Keep on target.
No, that's
What
okay.
was
No,
our target again? We forgot.
I'm willing to go down this Val Kilmer rabbit hole.
Okay.
So what part of Val Kilmer is predicting for 2022, except for the Top Gun movie coming out?
That he's going to announce his retirement from acting. I don't know. After
according to
what?
IMDb, he's actually got a number of movies still lined up.
Oh, interesting.
Top Gun coming out this year.
Oh, well, yeah, finally.
One that's already in post production, another one he's in pre production, another one that's announced. So he's got quite a thing going. Because we know that everyone listening wants to know about Val Kilmer and his filmography.
Well, yeah, that's funny. I totally forgot he played Jim Morrison in the Doors movie.
That was really his only good role. Wait, did I say it? Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, you just said that. Yeah.
Now, just because you said that, you're going to run into him at the grocery store.
Possible. Well,
Okay.
so Joe,
If he has to listen to this, I'll be shocked.
yeah. So Joe, I know you.
James,
Hey, you
anything
never
is
know.
possible.
Gotta drop the truth. Keep eyes on the prize.
We should tag him in the
I was
tweet
gonna
for this
say, I
episode.
wouldn't want to tag him on it. I mean, he's a quality actor. He's the greatest actor of all time. Well, see, there we go.
He is the best Iceman ever.
Wow. Okay, he's
That is true.
backpedaling. He's going to try to say when he runs into him in line at Whole Foods, he's going to say, "No, but I said." Yep.
So
I'm telling you,
Joe,
you're being
Asking me a
right.
question. Yeah.
I'm trying to ask Joe a question. Yes. So because of your proximity to, LA and all that, and your Hollywood connections, outside of direct studio contact, because I'll leave it at that. And on campus contact, what's the most random celebrity you've run into? Do you have a story of a random celebrity into?
I mean, I have I mean, when you live out here, you see stars all the time. You know what I mean? So it's actually so what like strangest ones or like
Yeah,
what?
strangest ones. Yeah, or like most memorable interaction, like at like a grocery store, like Murphy was saying.
Well, I don't know if it's a well, you said grocery store. I don't know if this is this
It
good or
doesn't have to be a grocery store. I was just using it as an
well,
example.
Starbucks.
yeah, well, a lot of Star. Well, because also if you're in Newport Coast, everybody hangs out at the Starbucks there. Or if you're in, I was at the Ivy not too long ago, and there were some good. I'm trying to think who. Now I just blanked on who was there. What was her name? What was her name? Charlize there. What was is that? What her,
Charlize Theron.
yeah,
Mhm.
at the Ivy.
Huh.
And then, but if you want to talk about a grocery store story, um, so in the grocery store by the house I used to live before here. Um, it's kind of sad, especially considering her husband is dead now. But nonetheless, Kobe Bryant, so Vanessa
Okay.
used to hang out at the grocery store all the time while he was out traveling, and all she would do for hours was just run the kids up and down the aisle. And so everyone in the neighborhood knew you could always like she was obviously lonely or something because you could always find her at the pavilions walking her kids up and down the aisles.
Aw.
So it's kind of sad,
It's
right?
kind of
Maybe
sad
she
in a
had
way.
very
Yeah.
active kids.
But you said, a random grocery store
That
story.
no, yeah, no, but yeah, it's yeah, I know. I didn't give any more context to it. So yes. Oh, that is sad in a little way. But yeah, if you have kids with higher energy, though, which I could only imagine Kobe Bryant's kids
Yeah.
do, um,
Yep.
yeah, that would be one way. Would just let them, all right, go, and I can watch you as you go do that. Like,
Yep. And then I guess another one, we're in the same neighborhood. So Dennis Rodman is doing a bar right down the street here. And he was really cool. He'd hang out at every night. And like you could tell people who like because people would walk in and go, "Oh my God, this didn't Rodman." Everyone was afraid to walk up. And he would always like walk up to them and go, "Hey, thanks for coming by." Let people take picture. Like he was just the most you having a good time, make sure they're taking good care of you. So it was actually really, really awesome. Like when he had his little bar. So because he's just sitting there in the chair and like you're thinking you don't want to walk up to him and like, hey, can I get a picture or whatever? But he was always quite the opposite. So and just made people have a good time. So that was cool.
well, yeah, I mean, I feel like he always had that air of the bad boy. Like that was always it. So it's like it's not exactly he had that approachable air of him. From what people from the outside looking in saw. I watched the Michael Jordan the Bulls series thing on ESPN. So and I was a Michael Jordan fan in the 90s. That meant I just kind of watched the Bulls all the time. And but so I saw when Rodman came on to the Bulls and all that. And he when he left Detroit and went to Chicago, like that was like huge. And he already had kind of that attitude about him coming into Chicago. And then he went, from what we saw, off the deep end. but yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure there are probably a lot of actors and celebrities that are like that too. They.
Speaking of local little bars, corner
Mhm.
bar, I did a different thing. My friend who is in a I don't know, she's in several musical groups, but she has this guy that she does this she performs with a lot. And so she said she was going to be down the street. I'm like, on New Year's Eve. I'm like, I want to go hear you. And this is the most suburban thing ever. The place was not staying open for New Year's Eve. It was a brewery. Place was not staying open. They close at 10 and they were going to close at 10 on New Year's Eve. So they did the toast for New Year's Eve at 9 o'clock because that was when New York was having their New Year's Eve. And I thought, perfect, I can go to bed. So it was awesome. We had a great time. It was a tiny little brewery. I had my thing, and they had a group of people who were fans, and we were hanging out, and we sang, and they played. And a little baby, probably 2 years old, was wandering around, and so he wanted to sing on the mic, so he got on the mic, and we all sang, and then we had our little toast of Dixie cup champagne that they handed around. And
Nice.
the bartender got up and sang a song with them, and it was great. I'm like, this is exactly what I wanted with my New Year's Eve. I couldn't have predicted it, and it was perfect in every way. I may never stay up that late again. Midnight is not for me.
We did that. We actually
Tired.
did that we did that many years ago. My
How does that work?
family
You're
and
on
I.
the East Coast.
Yeah, no. Hold on. Let me tell my story. Give me a second. So we were out in California, and we went to a wedding at Lake Tahoe, and we were flying out of San Francisco on New Year's Day. So we stayed in San Francisco, went out to dinner. My dad was watching the clock, and at 9 p.m. 9 p.m. while we were at dinner, it's like, okay, Happy New Year. Okay, let's get back to the hotel and get to sleep.
Yep. Right. And I
So
don't know, I may go down to that bar again, that brewery with the singing singing bartender. If they're playing there again, I'm definitely there. It's only like 2 miles away. I'm like, this is great.
as I said, we have here in Jersey, like every town has a brewery at this point. I think every town has a craft brewery at this point. Yeah, because like Clifton has one, and I think Garfield has one, which are towns that are nearby me. And so,
Yeah, we have one right in my town.
yep. So it's like for us, it's just okay. Who's the latest and greatest that's out there right now? So,
Wow.
and oddly, I am drinking a beer out of Texas right now. So
Wow.
Shiner, and it's Holiday Cheer.
Shinerbach is always good.
Yeah, but like I really like their Holiday Cheer. It's with peaches and pecans. So it's very seasonal, and it is their seasonal, and I haven't seen it in a couple of years because I had it. A friend of mine found it a couple of years back, and then we all like really enjoyed it. And then I didn't see it again. It was gone. Like it never came back out, and then it showed up this year, and I bought myself a case. I was like, I'm making sure I got it for the entire holiday season. So
Speaking of holiday cheer,
yeah,
we skipped an important thing. Christmas presents.
okay.
What'd you guys get for your kids? Did you get anything good? Did you have any disasters? Come on, there's got to be a couple stories.
I talked a lot. So James, Joe,
James, you've been very quiet.
So really, the kids got what they asked for the most part. But as I mentioned, our big gift to them is actually family vacation this summer. So we're actually heading out to Busch Gardens and Kingdom Dominion, and then later on in the summer we'll go out to Tennessee to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg. But I did take my wife out to Lancaster for Christmas.
very cool.
What's
Lancaster is Amish country in Pennsylvania. It's very farmland, very relaxed. It was nice to get away, just her and I.
Very
this
cool.
Is a little kind of romantic getaway for you?
For the most part, yep.
Okay. Except for that one part where you were arguing over the directions.
No, we don't argue.
I'm kidding with you.
Shockingly, we don't.
That's often a thing that happens with married couples. It's like, what? I said right. But maybe that was before we had all the GPSs. Maybe that
I was to say I follow the GPS, and there are no fights when it comes to directions. So
Agree. Yeah, just put on GPS and we go.
You've introduced me to more. I mean, over here and in the land of California, the land of Disney, there are some, what you call them, amusement parks. But you got this whole situation on the East Coast, James, that you have alerted me to that is not like, maybe I need to get on a plane every once in a while and see what's out there.
yeah,
And
come to the East Coast. It's the best coast.
yes, it is.
Oh,
see, and then if our listening audience has not figured it out, it's only New Jersey and California on this podcast tonight. So you got Joe and Murphy out there in California, and me and James over here on the East Coast in New Jersey. So East Coast, West Coast.
Don't make us go through all the rappers again, because we won.
No, I'm not doing that again.
Hands
I
down.
was Yeah, I was gonna say I was pulling at strings there towards the end. Like I was like, all right, who else do I got on?
Wow.
Did we ever decide who Eminem falls on? Because Detroit was like in the middle, so
You can have him.
I can have him.
Wow.
Okay, I'm all right with that. I'll take him. So
Joe,
yeah, I
are
mean,
you
for
back? You're back in your house, right?
We are.
That's
Yeah,
cool.
everything is done, turned around, new thing of life. We're not talking about the past anymore.
Okay.
Done.
there you
That
go.
was our
Yep.
New Year's resolution.
Mm-hmm.
No
See, there
more.
we go. Keep
That was
moving forward in
20.
2022.
Yep. See that was 20. That happened in 2020.
Mm-hmm.
So it's 2 years ago now. It's not really, but it's 2 digits away.
Exactly.
2 digits. We're done.
Very good. Good. Um, yeah, as far as Christmas is concerned, yeah, my son got a bike, so he was very happy about that.
Ooh.
And that was like number one on the Santa list. Like that was like a new bike. I'm like, all right, like that Santa can handle. So it's like
Did you have to put it together? Were you assembling it the night
no.
before?
So
No.
I was having this conversation with somebody. I don't remember who it was. I think it was somebody at work. Oh, it was my boss. That's what it was. I was having, and he asked the same question, and I'm like, no, it was fully assembled. I was like, I haven't had to assemble a bike since the early 90s, late 80s. Like every place I've gone to, my bike has been assembled. Like when I pick it up. Not saying I'm always bought
Wait,
Walmart
how old is
bikes,
your son
but
again?
he's 7.
Right.
Oh, we also had his birthday during that whole time too. So he was born on the 23rd of December. We
Hmm.
came home on Christmas on the 25th. So he always, excuse me, wow. They always have his birthday, Christmas, New Year's. December is just a
The trifecta.
crazy month for us. So we did
Oh,
yeah.
that's my birthday too, January 1st.
So, question for you, Tim.
Oh yeah, your New Year's baby.
So it's the situation as well.
Yeah. What was that, James?
So, a question for you, because this came up at work today, because
Mhm.
one of my coworkers actually is a Christmas baby. He was born on December 25th. For
Mhm.
your son, birthday,
Mhm. Yep.
Christmas wrapping paper or birthday wrapping paper?
Birthday wrapping paper. He gets birthday wrapping paper for birthday presents, and then Christmas wrapping paper for Christmas presents. So, and
That's
we are
how my
still,
coworker was.
yeah, and we are still separating birthday from Christmas. Now, when he gets older, if the presents get bigger, then we'll have that discussion of, okay, this could be birthday and Christmas, so because he'll understand it better then. Right now we can't do that. And I want him to feel special about his birthday, because his birthday is still special. It doesn't matter how close it is to Christmas. So, yeah. So, and his class birthday party, like we invite all the kids from his class, was the 19th. So like that entire week we were just like celebrating every couple days. So, and that's when we went down to go see the lights at PNC. We went down to go see those lights.
How
So
was that?
that's awesome. They do a great job with them. So, although it was funny going from the Christmas dinosaur lights into the nativity lights. Like there was no transition. It just went. It's like, oh, look at that T-Rex wearing a Santa hat, and then it's, oh, there's baby Jesus. It's like, okay, at least put some like ornaments or something in the way, maybe a couple wise men or something. But no, it just went the transition was just, it was kind of funny. And I made sure
Dinosaurs love the baby Jesus.
well, I'm sure they do. Yes.
The little drummer boy had that thing. Didn't all the animals come up right when I don't know.
Oh,
My
that's
story's
true.
wrong.
Yeah. Yep. Well, the shepherds, the shepherds could have came over and like,
The shepherds riding
herded up.
dinosaurs.
Sure. Yeah. See, that's where the transition happens. Yeah, there you go.
Right. It's all flow. Yeah.
But yeah, and so they had on the radio, you could like dial in to listen on FM channel to the music, to Christmas music that they had set up for the displays and everything like that. But as I'm going through, the A side of me in the AV was saying, they could have probably just set it up in zones where you go from zone to zone and the music changes as you go along. And like I was like, oh, you could have had different music for this and different music for that. And then, oh, wait a minute, the dinosaurs. And I switched over to my Amazon Music, and I played the Jurassic Park theme song as we drove through that part. I was like, I am not driving by this without having Jurassic Park.
Done correctly. That's the way to
Yes.
do it.
See, and that's how I know they don't have an AV person working for them. That it's just somebody who could string up lights, and it's a different type of person. The lighting designer.
Licensing.
Not saying they don't count, but what?
Maybe the licensing was an issue. I don't know. Who knows?
I'm sure.
But
It's only illegal if you get caught.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Come on. Where's your Christmas spirit?
Well, all the Christmas music was, regular Christmas music, which I'm sure isn't out of copyright date yet. So
Well,
I think it's
nothing like your
75 years, I think.
Did it?
Silence. Yeah,
I'm
I'm not up on my copyright.
A certain number, and then Mickey got involved, and it got longer.
Okay. Well, Mickey
Yeah,
has that effect on
I want to
people.
say it's longer, like 99.
It's longer now. So there's money still to be had for Christmas music being pumped out there. So, but I'm sure John Williams probably requests more than Bing Crosby. So
Bing, may he rest in peace.
and I'm sorry if somebody's offended by the fact
But
that I
it's
brought up Bing Crosby.
It is 70 years.
70 years. Okay.
In some cases, you can apply for 95 or 120. But by default, it is 70 years unless you apply for further.
After the guy dies.
What was that?
70 years after the death of the artist.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, so then, yeah, like you're talking, like many, like we're still in baby steps for some of the artists then. So, so then there you go. We started.
Well,
oh,
my daughter is now in junior high, and she wanted some platform studded boots.
Yeah.
I think I saw that picture.
She wanted these. I'm like, absolutely. Absolutely. The only question is whether I could fit into them. But no, she's a little bit smaller feet still. And I got her a pair, and she's delighted with them, and in fact has been, switching. They add like 3 or 4 inches to her height, but they're very solid, and they're boots, so she's not going to twist her ankle, which was my concern. And she was like switching with her friends, so they were trying them on and stuff. So, but she's like kind of upset that I'm not disapproving of them. She wishes I were angry about it.
You're squashing her teenage angst.
She goes, if you were 10 years older, you would disapprove. I'm like, do you want me to disapprove? Bought them for you.
Yeah, I think yeah, I was gonna say, I think my son is gonna be pleasantly surprised that later on, like when he gets to be like, I'm gonna say about 6 years, when he gets to be about 13, 14 years old, like it's, he's gonna be like, yeah, it's really not, unless you're hurting somebody or getting like arrested, like, just be safe.
Yeah, it's funny. I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm not more disapproving of you. And then what I'll do is I'll like jokingly disapprove, and then she'll be like, Mommy, she'll be mad at me. So like, so we have fun.
That's cool.
She did not wear them to her Christmas performance, because it was before Christmas, but she might have tried to. So it's just as well with her Santa hat. We'll see.
Oh, I still have my Santa hat here. I think it's actually been here since the Christmas episode, or the holiday episode, excuse me. So I gotta find a place to. Well, it actually should go back into the Christmas bin. We started taking. We got most of our stuff down, so it's beginning to not look like Christmas. So
I think Joe Wade disapproves that.
He looks disapproving.
I
It's still up. Well,
I
your
still have.
gold foot, the light's still up, right?
First
Your
of
Oh, my
outside
lights are still up outside.
Yeah, well, yes, I do disapprove of that. My neighbors still have theirs up, and it's annoying me. Um, no, I'm sorry, but proper etiquette is that they come down by this weekend after Christmas. Period. That's it. Proper etiquette.
Is that in the neighborhood?
I thought it was
bylaws?
I thought it was the Sunday after
New Year's.
Epiphany,
New
which
Year's. Sorry,
is today.
New Year. Well,
Today's Epiphany.
That's
So,
true.
well, I don't know. It depends on how much snow we get. So I don't know if they're coming down tonight, this week. So
That's actually why I took the roof lights down earlier, just because it was like almost 60 degrees. I knew we were getting snow the next day. I'm like, it's warm. I'm taking the lights down.
This is
nope,
the
I
moment.
didn't. Wasn't even on my radar to take them down. Yeah, the
No.
Christmas tree came down. My tree came down on the second. Yeah, I that took off all the decorations, packed, dragged it out to the curb, and it was gone like the next day. So, they were not messing around with cleaning up the trees. So
Yeah, I took down actually my stuff for Christmas came down on the 26th.
oh wow.
Yep. Weather was nice outside, so I took the roof lights down. I left some of the ground lights up because I reprogrammed them for New Year's. And then we packed up our tree and decoration inside, and that went to storage.
Our
So
big,
good man.
our big innovation for our home is we did about 3 years ago redo the yard so it was not grass because water is we shouldn't use it on grass. People need it more than so we redid it.
Take
And
it from
then so we
Joe's
have these
Lake.
kind of bushes, these bushes kind of in the front now. And so we have like nets of colored lights that go over the pretty bushes.
Mm.
And that way, and one of those like things that shoot onto the walls, the laser things.
Mhm.
And so my husband said, I don't think I'm going to hang lights on the roof anymore. And I thought, I took the OSHA 30-hour training. I think that's a great idea. That's a fine thing. We could just give that a miss. And the front yard looks very pretty and no one has to potentially die.
Well, then I'm still putting my neck on the line to go put lights on the top of my
know.
house, because I'm doing that. And I got all my reindeer and my little igloo with my penguin, and I got and I have the projectors, and because I'm AV, so why not?
Yeah.
So
Do you
My
guys
brother-
follow the rule that you're only supposed to have one Santa in your decorations?
I don't have any Santas yet.
Yeah, we don't have any.
It's on the
You
it's
have
actually
to.
it's on the to-do list. We want to get a sleigh with a Santa. So
Mhm.
that's like the next thing to put in the yard.
Yeah, we my brother used to do the pie control lights and stuff, and
Ooh.
when he first started to do those, he put some along the roof and permanently installed them.
Mm.
And for different holidays, he would change them, like 4th of July, red, white, and blue,
That's
Valentine's,
cool.
pink and purple, and all that stuff. And our neighbor would go up to my mom and go, I can't believe he gets up there every holiday and changes out the lights. My mom's like, no, he does it with a computer.
She shouldn't have told him.
Well, that's why I think that's a future upgrade would be to get like those LED color changing lights. So that way I can just leave them up there, and
That's
like,
why I
okay,
started.
it's
Yep.
it's
Yeah,
Valentine's
sure.
Day, make it pink.
I was able to cheat by the fact that when we did the whole renovation and all, and I was able to put permanent lights in. So, and they're all DMX
That's
controlled.
great.
DMX. Yeah, I'm looking at WS 282, I think it is, protocol. The DMX is another version we could do, but we went the other way.
Yeah, because
And,
and then you just get you can have like restaurant control or whatever, just send the signal to it.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I'm actually working on a dashboard with MQTT where I can monitor and be able to send things to the Falcon player to change it.
oh well, I have a 6748 Z6
Well-
4911
Sure.
Q.
All right, as I say, it
We
sounds
all
like I
aren't
need
as
to up my
special as
game.
Joe.
I have no idea. You start throwing letters around, I'm gonna throw numbers and letters around.
There we go.
It's
I
a
have no
model
idea.
number somewhere.
Did I have a
Yeah.
niner in there?
As I say, it's got to be a model number for some item somewhere. So
I probably just did. I'm sure it's a barcode I just gave out somewhere.
all right. All right. Well, let's start to wrap this up. Let's see. This ended up being a cool Christmas, post Christmas episode. So, and Val Kilmer. But
Did Val
yeah,
Kilmer do any Christmas movies?
Oh, he had.
a good question.
Okay.
Can I
So
look it
I
up
know
by-
you're trying to
We
wrap
were
up,
not
and look
done
what I
yet.
just did.
We
Yeah,
were
look
Bill
not
what
took
you
done.
over the
did.
show again.
Well, I just asked a question.
Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I'm doing a quick cursory look at his
IMDb.
filmography.
Let's see. Where I'm trying. There's one called The Snowman that
The
has to be a
Traveler.
Christmas
Oh yeah, that was the snow. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
movie, right? I mean, yeah. I mean that has to count, right?
And
It's at
didn't
least
Knight
winter.
Rider have a Christmas episode? He was Kit, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh
We
well,
did a
okay,
good
maybe
shit
not.
there.
Is this the right one?
Yeah, was he the voice of Kit?
Yes, he was the voice. Yes, he was the voice of Kit. Yeah.
Right
Oh, wait,
here.
did I click on the wrong one?
Tim's going down the rabbit hole.
I know I'm going down there. Okay, never mind.
I think we just say yes. He's done.
Yes. He's got it somewhere. He did something that was related to Christmas. So,
I'm seeing a
but-
horror movie, but I'm not even gonna bring that up.
yeah,
it
that's
is-
why
it
that's
is
the one
a
I was
horror
looking
movie.
at.
Mhm.
Well,
With
for
Michael-
a lot of people,
Oh no.
Christmas is
You
a
are
horror.
gonna be so in trouble when you meet him at the grocery store.
Hopefully, so I know a bunch of our AV friends, AV family are over at CES right now. So we'll probably be talking more about that in the coming weeks. We also do have the HETMA February conference coming up.
Oh,
So we'll just drop that out there for you as well, and the Prism Scholarship as well. So if you're interested in finding out more about that, you can always go to hetma.org to find out about those upcoming events and opportunities, as it were. And as always, check out higheredav.com and check out articles from James and Joe, and of course the AV Life and the Higher Ed AV podcast. Yeah. So hey, Joe, you stayed a crew member the entire episode. I
behaved well, didn't I?
You did. I may be able to, when and if you come back, I will be able to give you back the crew member.
I think it's because you were talking about Christmas, and I still had my very last that we're finishing off holiday theme. Truly is being finished tonight. And by the
Apple
way,
spice.
they're horrible.
Oh.
There's a reason that they took until January 6th in order to be finished up. Okay. I'm sorry, but yeah, they're pretty bad. But I'm doing that. It's holiday spirit. This one is called Spice Baby. Okay.
Nice. I like it. I like it for the pun, at least.
Spice.
I guess that's because
Apple Spice.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah. So there we go. Well, I almost ruined it. I almost not stayed.
No, you're good. You're good. So, so that, crew, thank you always. This is, and thank you for 2021 as well. And we've accomplished an entire calendar year of the AV life. So, we kept things going, and looking forward to what 2022 has in store for us. Yes, exactly. It's like, keep moving forward, stay on target. Let's just make it so. I'm gonna bring in Star Trek as well.
Okay.
So
yes.
why not? Because it's 2022. I'm gonna bring it all here. So thank you for listening, and until our next adventure.